Threats.
Slap in the face, you know.
Mate, it's not what it takes.
Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Desperation.
I got no money at all.
What happens when debt
No, do you need me to lose my temper?
tracks you down?
I'm not even paying a penny of it.
Up and down the UK.
No, I didn't ask you to come in.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents
Can't believe that's been there.
dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
I don't have any documentation.
Okay, then we'll go.
Because if you can't pay,
I got 80 quid in my pocket.
It's not going to be enough, is it?
they'll take it away. Recent research has shown that falling incomes, coupled with rising childcare costs, have left 6 million working families struggling to make ends meet. Over 2/3 of these families have no money left each month to put aside in savings, leaving them at risk of falling into debt. High Court enforcement agents Gary Ball and Matt Highway are in Great Bar, Birmingham. They're here to recover almost £4,500 owed by a couple for unpaid nursery fees.
Who's next on the hit list then, mate? Next on the list, mate, we've got a Mr. Wesley Regis and Miss Cyrena Cooper, and they owe just over £4,000 to Children's Nursery.
It seems that Mr. Regis and Miss Cooper used to pay for their childcare regularly, but the couple have now fallen behind with their payments.
That's another one of the most popular debts of the time.
One a day so far, isn't it? Nursery fees.
Yeah.
The nursery escalated the case to the High Court, and now the debtors must pay the money they owe in full today. With no answer, Matt goes to check for another entrance. Finding the back door open, he makes peaceful entry.
Hello? Hello there. How are you? Do you want to answer the front door, sweet? My colleague wants to speak to you.
Yeah, can I just shut this?
No, that's fine. He's at the front door, he wants to speak to you. We're High Court enforcement agents.
Okay, can I just shut this door then?
There you go.
Yeah, but no,
Okay.
but can I shut this door, please?
You can, yeah, I'll come in and you can shut it.
No, I didn't ask you to come in.
There you go, you don't need to ask me, sweet.
Okay, can
All right.
you go to the front door then?
Do you want to answer the front door? My colleague's
Yeah, but I'm on my own, so I feel vulnerable right now.
there. You're very safe, believe me.
Okay. Hello?
Morning, madam. You alright?
Yeah.
Miss Cooper, is it?
Yeah.
So, Miss Cooper, yeah, that's Matthew, I'm Gary. We're here to recover £4,342.58.
I've got 5 children to look after. I've not had no notification whatsoever.
What about Wesley?
He's not here at the moment.
He's not here.
Do you want to give him a ring and see if he can pay it?
He's got nothing in his pocket either. He's a self-employed
The writ
farmer.
commands us to attend the property today to seize goods to the value of. You understand that?
Yeah, I do
Okay,
understand.
that's what we're here to do. Okay.
I do
All right.
understand that.
Is there anybody that can help you with this?
No, we're by ourselves.
With payment looking unlikely, Matt looks around the house for any assets they could seize to offset the debt. While Gary tries to find out more about how the couple got themselves into this situation.
So why wasn't it paid at the time, the nursery fees?
We was paying at the time, but
Yeah.
obviously, I lost my job, so obviously we fell into arrears. She did stop my son from going to nursery, then I had to go and get somebody else to look after him. So obviously, you know, money's just didn't.
Just for the one child, was it?
Yeah. There's nothing that I can do. I'm telling you now, I'm bracing myself. I do work, but there is nobody.
What about Wesley? You got anyone else to ask?
There is nobody. There is nobody.
We meet people on a daily basis who are struggling, you know, just to put a meal inside the bellies every day. We do feel for them, but on the other hand, you know, we are working for a person who's owed an amount of money.
The agents have now been in the house for 20 minutes when Serena's partner, Wesley, arrives.
Come on, Wesley, come have a chat, mate.
And he wants answers.
How did you get round the back and come through the back door?
They pushed the gate.
I opened the gate and walked in through the back door.
They pushed it.
Right? We have had no contact, none whatsoever
Right.
from yourselves.
We sent this letter on the 20th.
No, we've not had none. I'm going to tell you something.
Didn't.
I'm going to tell you
Never.
something. I'll tell you what I have
You did.
received.
You never.
No,
I'm telling you,
the
you
only
never.
people that I've received something from are these people here.
Bristol and
That's got
Sir.
nothing to do with that.
I know it has got nothing to do with them.
That's council tax.
Yeah, that's council tax. We've had nothing from you.
Yeah, we've had
Nothing.
The letter has been sent.
We've not had no letters. Nothing.
You need to have a chat with
I'm
your
gonna phone
policeman then,
the
or Royal Mail.
Despite the fact that notice has been sent from the claimant, the County Court and the High Court Enforcement Company, Wesley won't accept the authority of the agents and calls the police.
Yeah, I do owe money, but not to these people. They've sent stuff, but there's nothing been sent. And right now, it might get physical.
No, it's not going to get
Wesley,
physical.
let's
Don't-
not start
don't
that.
Say that. Don't say that.
Threats, shouting, dancing up and down, all that sort of ritual dance, it doesn't bother me one bit. We've seen it every day of the week. It isn't going to change anything. It just makes things harder for the defendant. We're not going to say, well, because you've raised your voice or called me a name, we're going to go away. That's never going to happen. So it's just pointless.
10 minutes later, the police arrive.
I tell you what the problem is, officers. What's going on? These lot are supposed to have supplied us a letter to try and say there's going to notice for intent enforcement. We've not received no correspondence.
With Wesley insisting he hasn't received notification of the enforcement, Matt tries to break the stalemate and looks through a pile of paperwork.
Want to give that back, Wesley?
And now I've got people going through. Excuse me, don't go through my stuff.
Please, seriously, I don't want you to get arrested, so please just stop.
Listen, you know what's happened, really and truly? The woman that owns the nursery, right,
Yeah.
has also applied their fees on top of the thing there, so she's just adding more money on
Yeah.
it. The original debt is only £1,600.
Right.
So how it's reached to £4,000, it's just her adding more, adding more, adding more.
Wesley, bring it down a minute.
No, I'm not
I'm
gonna
not shouting at you, am I?
I'm gonna be like this because it's my freaking
Right,
life, mate.
you carry on
What
like
the hell
this,
do you think?
or you're
You're
gonna-
asking me to calm down, right? And the whole point where I'm getting cheesed off about, you're asking for money, and I told you can't raise
You can
that.
get it.
How much time do you have to hear it?
You can get as
Do you
cheesed
need
off
me
as
to
you
lose
like.
No, do you need me to lose my temper?
Well, you're gonna get arrested then, aren't you? You're gonna get arrested then, aren't you?
Right, no, exactly. No, but he's irony. In other words, there, if you want me to bring it down, I will bring it down. I will bring it down. But could you ask him not to ask me no fucking stupid questions?
The agents are now faced with a debtor who is losing control. With Wesley at risk of arrest, Matt and Gary will have to use all their tenacity to get this case resolved. Matt Highway and Gary Ball were in Birmingham, chasing over £4,000 owed by a couple, Serena and Wesley, to a children's nursery. Matt made peaceful entry through the back door,
I don't know, I didn't ask you to come in.
There you go, you don't need to ask me to.
and Serena said she couldn't pay.
We're here to recover £4,342.58.
I've got 5 children to look after.
But when her partner, Wesley, arrived, the situation became volatile.
Right now, it might get physical.
No, it's not going to get
Wesley,
physical.
let's
Don't-
not start
don't
that.
say that.
And he called the police.
I will bring it down. But could you ask him not to ask me no fucking stupid questions?
Now, the police have to make Wesley aware that the agents have every right to be in the house to enforce the writ.
Right, as far as they're concerned, they followed their procedures through. If they have an address that they're ordered to check by the courts, then that's where they will go, okay?
Yeah, but listen, hold on. There's a dispute right about now, and they can't prove it.
So, how do we resolve this here and now? Because that's what needs to
Really and
happen.
truly, what needs to come on from here and now, right, is for these lot to come out of this address, to go and follow their procedures, to get everything back in line. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell you where it is.
But even with the police present, Wesley won't back down. Matt steps in.
Let's
You
move
are
this
in
along a little
the
bit.
wrong.
We're going round and round in circles. Well, raise some money and let's see if we can get it resolved. I find the best way to deal with these situations is to keep as calm as possible. It's very difficult to be angry with somebody that's not reflecting that anger back to you. And it's a skill I learned many years ago in security. You know, the calmer you keep the situation, the better the outcome's going to be.
Realising that the agents aren't going to go away, Wesley finally starts to cooperate.
You say that you'll get 500 quid today.
I don't think that's going to be enough, mate.
Put it towards them.
Okay.
No venture, no gain.
Now, what the client would normally say is half the outstanding amount.
That's not going to happen.
Okay.
You can go to the creditors and say, look, they don't have much, but what we're willing to do is give you £500 now, make you go off your way, we can go and live our lives, sort out everything that we need to do.
I'd love to get this
But
resolved.
then the whole fact is, no venture, no gain.
Okay.
Wesley, how much weekly or monthly can we afford to offer the nursery?
I'm just putting and get a 1 a week.
100 a week, so 400 a month. Right, I'll give the office a call.
Gary calls the office to see whether a £500 down payment, together with a payment plan, is acceptable to the claimant.
Hi, Gary, it's Kevin.
Hi, can you have a look at a case for us, mate? Yeah, it's Wesley Regis.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah, got an offer, mate. We've been here quite some time now. The defendant, Wesley, is self-employed. The mother, she's got 5 kids. They're offering £500 today.
Okay, yeah.
And £100 per week going forward. All right, buddy. Thanks, Mark. Cheers, bud.
The claimant has accepted the offer. Gary goes to tell Serena and Wesley the good news.
They've contacted the nursery. The nursery has come back with £500 will be accepted today.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Don't contact us.
No, not for 500.
I think with any enforcement visit, we have that jumping up and down, the shouting and screaming. You know, it's testament to the fact that we don't take that personally, that very often we leave the enforcement visit on good terms, shaking hands, sometimes laughing and joking. We take no pleasure from upsetting people, we take no pleasure from, leaving enemies left, right and centre. We'd much rather get the matter dealt with and leave as friends.
Wesley has paid the £500 and the agents get him to sign a controlled goods agreement.
We've got a list of goods in the property that we're going to secure the debt against. Does that make sense so far, yeah? Alright, so it's an agreement between you and us and the claimant that you're going to pay the £100 a week going forward, okay?
If Wesley doesn't stick to his repayment plan, any assets listed on the agreement will be seized.
So I got off on the wrong foot, Wesley, but nice meeting you. Sorry about the circumstances.
No,
Right, mate.
I have to argue on my point.
Okay, thanks very much.
It's been a good result for the agents.
That's another day gone.
That morning went quick, didn't it?
In the UK, adults aged under 35 are coming under increasing financial pressure. In a recent study, almost 50% are concerned about their financial future, and over a quarter of young adults admit that they've never learnt to manage their money. "6 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are in Droylsden, Manchester.
Beautiful day.
They're on their way to recover a debt of just over £1,500, owed by Katie Allen for unpaid parking fines.
Can you enlighten me on where we're going?
We are going to visit a Miss Katie Allen. She's got an outstanding balance of £1,691.
Miss Allen received the fines after repeatedly leaving her car in the same car park without displaying a ticket. Now the agents have a writ to collect payment in full or seize goods to offset the debt.
Hello? I'm after Katie. Yeah.
High Court enforcement.
This will work.
Right, are you able to get her on the phone?
Are you able to go up? Starts at Sandwich Master.
Right, okay.
Katie! Katie! Where is she? She's just left for work, honestly.
Right.
Can't tell me about it.
No, we need to speak to her. So you need to try and get her on the phone. Someone needs to ring her.
Miss Allen received the fines after repeatedly leaving her car in the same car park without displaying a ticket.
Go upstairs and get dressed if you want. It's not a problem. We'll go in. We'll go in here. There you go. Hiya, Katie, is it?
Yeah.
Hi, Katie. We're High Court Enforcement Agents from Direct Collection Bailiffs Limited. It's regarding an outstanding balance, Katie. Yeah, so what's happening about this payment? Because you have had a letter about it.
I know, I got a letter the other week, so my dad said ring it, but
Yeah.
I paid something.
Right, well, you need to see what you can do to try and raise some funds now, because we're here now to take control of goods unless the balance is paid. 1,691 and 71 pence. Need to see what you can do to try and pay it today.
Well, I haven't got a pay till Friday.
Yeah.
I ain't got any money. How much is it?
£1,691.
For
It's
Parking. Looks like parking.
Yeah, parking.
parking fines. For God's sake.
It's clear that Katie's mother was unaware of her daughter's situation. Stuart tries to find out more about how the debt arose.
Where's the parking from?
Just outside where we used to work.
Yeah.
We used to go out on a Friday, but there was no option to pay after 12.
Yeah.
Just go every Saturday morning and have a ticket.
Yeah. No.
That's now what you can do when I've got no one to pay it, is there?
I don't know why the younger generation think it's fine to run up debt and not to pay it. I mean, if this is the way we're heading, then society's in for a big surprise. I was brought up that if you have debt, you pay it. You pay your debts first, actually, and whatever's left over is then for you to spend. But that seems to have gone out the window.
The agents have been in the house for 15 minutes. Katie hasn't made an offer of payment, and now the whole family is getting involved.
Simple, but he didn't sound it.
I'm not burying the head in the sand, Dad. Am I?
Yes.
I've had one letter which was 2 weeks ago. I've not had any money since.
And you just ignore
Yeah, it's no point ringing and saying I've got no money.
That'll be about 150 quid parking fine. It's about 700-800 quid now.
There's nothing I can do about it.
What do you clear when you take home?
What do I?
What do you take home
I
of?
take about just under 1,200 home, but I've got direct debit.
Plus, you know everybody.
Don't owe everybody at all. Why do I?
Your own dad.
Apart from you used to.
Well, I've got no dosh. I never did.
What can I do about it, Dad? I can't magic money.
It's not nice doing this. No.
I know it's not, Mum. I don't even know what
I
to
don't
say.
owe 1 penny me in my life. Ever.
Well, look at you.
It's not looking me. It's parking fines. And it's got to this amount of money.
It's not too bad.
Well, how many is it? Couple of parking tickets. 3 parking tickets. 4. Maybe 5. 1,600. Is that what it is now? Yeah.
I think the biggest problem with debt is it doesn't care about your family, it doesn't care about you, it doesn't care the situation you got yourself into. It can bring families together, it can rip families apart, but we are there to make them realise that it's either now or never. They need to either raise payment or we'll have to take control of goods.
With tensions growing in the family, Stuart needs to get this case resolved as quickly as possible. He turns his attention to Katie's car.
Well, the vehicle will be seized, you see, so we'll have to take control of that as well. Have you got the keys for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, are we able to, can we take control of them, wherever they are?
No, I don't. Reading pennies.
I'll be honest, we're seeing it quite a lot at the moment.
Oh, a penny to me.
No,
All comes out of the bank every month.
yeah. Different generation, isn't it? That's the thing. Whereabouts is it? Is it on the front?
Just want me to get to work now.
Stuart goes out to check over Katie's car.
I didn't expect her to give me the keys so easily, but why would you ignore a parking debt? She knows about this debt. She's ignored it. That's why we're here. Should have nipped it in the bud instead of ignoring it until we come on the door today. But that's how people deal with it, isn't it? They try and like hold their heads in the sand, and then when it comes face to face with them, they just can't deal with it. 110,000 miles.
At auction, the car would cover about a quarter of the £1,500 Katie owes. But the prospect of seeing her daughter lose her car has prompted Katie's mum to act.
I'll give you some. I can only give you my bill money that's coming out at the beginning of the month.
How much could you realistically get today? About 800.
You better pay her back if she puts any money up.
Mum, Dad, she knows I'll pay her back, or she won't be offering to pay it.
Katie's mother has offered half the debt as a down payment. But the agents need to set up a payment plan to settle the balance.
Will have to be £300 a month.
£300 a month?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Well, I'll have to do that then.
Yeah.
Katie now has 3 months to pay off the balance. But if she defaults, her car is at risk.
What we'll do is we'll secure the goods so you can still keep your car and everything like that. But in 3 months, if it's not clear, then we will have to come back and we will remove it.
Katie's mother makes the £800 down payment.
There's your keys back anyway. At least it gets you to work and everything like that.
But now, with most of Katie's wages going toward paying off the debt, she may have to reassess her future.
But going to Portugal in June and I'm going to have no spending money now.
No.
£300 a month.
Right. Alright guys, we'll leave you to it anyway.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you later, mate. Take it easy. How can you put that on your parents and then say, oh, I'm going on holiday in 4 weeks' time to Portugal. I've got no money for Portugal.
Priorities is a bit wrong. She's more concerned about paying for holiday than paying her debt. And now her mum and dad has to pay it. The mind boggles.
The mind boggles, and I feel really sorry for the parents because they shouldn't be paying it.
Yeah.
Stuart and Vic have had to deal with a stressful family feud. But in Gary and Matt's next case, they meet an obstructive debtor.
Oh, you can't touch it as well.
I can't touch anything in here.
Who'll do anything to avoid paying up.
Can't you? I'm not owning the business.
Oh, okay. Do you think we were born yesterday?
Research has revealed that more and more Britons are in denial about their debts. A third admit they can't face the reality of how much they owe. More than 40% realised they had a debt problem only after being pursued by creditors. It's 8:30 p.m. High Court enforcement agents Matt Highway and Gary Ball are in Dudley, West Midlands, seeking to recover £1,600 owed to a car hire company.
Where's next then, mate?
We're going to see Mr. Maqsood Ahmed. It's £1,676.69.
But this isn't the first time the agents have tried to enforce this writ against Mr. Ahmed.
So this is a third address for this chap, and we've been given the runaround for about 4 weeks now. So hopefully finally we'll catch up with him and get this settled.
This time the agents have come to a business address for Mr. Ahmed. It's a takeaway, and as it's peak trading hour, Matt and Gary are hoping to finally find him and get this case resolved once and for all.
Hello there, how are you?
Hi, mate.
How you doing, mate? Looking for Mr. Maqsood Ahmed.
Mr. Maqsood Ahmed, yeah.
Well, High Court enforcement agent, sir.
Mr. Maqsood Ahmed.
He's not here, no?
But Gary has seen a photograph of the debtor and thinks he's spotted him.
Oh, there he is. Hello, sir. How are you? Just explain who I am again. I'm sure you already know. My name's Mr. Highway, sir. High Court Enforcement Agent. Yeah. You okay? So we're to collect. No, we can't go outside now, sir. We're here to collect a balance of 1,676.69, sir.
I'll be honest with you, I want to pay it. What happened was, who I work for, he never paid me. He told me he's gonna pay me on the 10th. I'm still working for him.
Right.
I'm still working for him.
Yeah.
And he's gonna pay me £1,400, and I want to do it in one go anyway, because I want to clear it off. I don't want to take the stress.
Right.
I'll be honest with you, I got.
Why don't you make the calls and get that organised now?
I can't organise from nowhere.
All the stress will disappear then, won't it?
I got 80 quid in my pocket.
It's not going to be enough, is it? You owe 16, don't you?
With payment looking unlikely, the agent's only choice is to remove assets from the takeaway to offset the debt.
Well, let me tell you what the situation is, okay? We're either going to be collecting payment or seizing goods to the value of. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah, I'm working here. There's a gaffer asking.
Mr. Ahmed now claims that he's only an employee, and the man the agents first met owns the takeaway. But Gary is suspicious and looks around for any paperwork.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me, sir. You don't have to tell me.
But Mr. Ahmed is becoming agitated.
No, you can't touch it as well.
I can touch anything in here, so yeah, I can.
You can't touch it.
Yeah, I can.
Yes, you can, sir. And it's offence to obstruct him. If you obstruct him, I'll call police.
Move back. Move back now.
No, you can't give
Yes,
me like
I can.
that. You
Move
can't
back.
give me like that. I'm
Move
standing
back.
here.
Right, don't obstruct my colleague when he's doing his job.
Yeah,
right?
he's doing the job. No, but you can't give me the argument.
I've no issue with you standing watching him. You can do that. That's your prerogative. But you're not obstructing him.
But then Gary makes an important discovery.
Gas bill? Not yours, no?
Sorry? Nah.
Do you pay the gas bill as a worker, do you?
No.
No, you don't?
No. That if you can check it out with the British Gas, that's nothing to do with me.
Well, it's got your name on.
Oh, I don't know.
And it's got this address. Masood Ahmed.
But you can
Trading Gas Mamas. This is Mamas, yeah?
The gas bill is evidence that Mr. Ahmed does own the takeaway after all, but he's not backing down.
You're not going to find anything at all on my name.
Well, we just have. It's got it in his hand there, look.
Oh, that's not proof as well.
Well, it is.
I'll tell you
It
what.
is. Okay.
I'm not owning the business.
Oh, okay. Do you think we were born yesterday?
No.
No. Do you think this is our first day on the job?
That's right. I'm coming down.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Quite often, a defendant will use any excuse under the sun, and even when we show them completely irrefutable evidence that they are the person we're looking for and that we are in the right place, they'll still deny it. It's the last line of defence that they've got. We're there, we've stood in your place, about to remove goods. The only thing he's got available to him is, it's not me.
The agents have now been at the takeaway for half an hour. With the debtor, Mr. Ahmed, gone, and with evidence to show that this is his business, the agent's only option is to remove goods in his absence. But Mr. Ahmed's colleague insists that he is the owner of the takeaway.
Doesn't own the business.
Yeah.
If firing Just Eat now.
Yeah.
Firing Just Eat's, the contractors for it. They'll ask for my name and my bank details, and it's going to be mine.
Why is he paying your electric bill then?
Second.
Why is he paying the electric bill for this place?
Who's paying the electric bill? Nobody's paying the electric bill.
Max, who it is?
He's not paying that bill.
Why is his name on the bill then?
I don't know. He hasn't paid that bill.
Masood,
not
electric. It's not an electric bill. It's not an electric bill for this place.
I don't know why his name
don't know?
there. I don't know why his name there.
But you're the boss of this place, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yeah.
Okay, so you'd obviously know that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would, yeah.
Despite the man's protests, the agents continue their inventory. But then Mr. Ahmed returns.
I've got no money at all. Right. I'll be honest.
Well, you need to give somebody a call that can help you then.
Yeah, I tried. I've been to a couple of people now. I'll be honest with you, nobody at the moment.
Make the calls, let's get this sorted, let's get it done.
Yeah,
right?
that's what
I don't want to be organising a van.
I'm just going to go one place to see if I can arrange something up.
Let's sort out before the bill goes up, before this business gets disrupted. Let you carry on what you're supposed to be doing.
Oh, I just go out twice.
Thank you, Maxi.
It seems that the prospect of the business being put at risk has prompted Mr. Ahmed to try and raise some cash.
The High court writ tells me to go and seize the goods of the defendant. It puts us in a strong position. It puts us in that position of, we've really got that bargaining tool there to say, well, we're here for the money. If we don't get the money, then we're going to be removing goods.
Just over an hour later,
Maxi,
Mr. Ahmed comes back to the shop.
is that 500, yeah?
It seems he's managed to raise some money after all.
When's the rest of it going to get paid?
I'm going to pay you on the 10th.
You're going to pay the balance on the 10th?
I can't pay you full balance on the 10th.
Right. So £500 on the 10th, 676 on the 10th of the 5th.
Matt takes a £500 down payment and sets up a payment plan to offset the balance.
Can I have a receipt for that?
Right, that is your receipt. That is your receipt. So what was this for? What was the money for?
There's a more dispute with them anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was renting the van from them. The van hit on the shutter. You know
So it was damaged to the van?
No damage at all on the van. They tried to charge me the excess for the damage.
Right.
Which one the fucking no damage at all? I'm gonna fucking deal with that bastard.
You take care, okay? Thank you, Mr. Ahmed. Thank you. Good night, mate. Cheers. Well, result of sorts.
The case is resolved for now, but if Mr. Ahmed defaults on his payments, the agents will be back.
Yeah, I mean, it's just gone 11 o'clock now in the evening. We're not going to give up. We're not just going to, walk in and then, when we're asked to leave, we're going to leave. We're going to stay there till the bitter end. And 4 hours later, we've managed to get some money out of him and an arrangement. So it's fairly good in the end.
The number of self-employed workers in the UK has risen by almost a quarter since 2008 and now stands at nearly 4.8 million. However, research has shown that over half of self-employed people owe, on average, 35% more in personal debt than those who are in full-time employment. It's 7 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor are on their way to Carnforth, Lancashire, to recover almost £3,500 owed by the owner of a garage.
Who are we after anyway?
Chris Fernley,
How much does Mr. Fernley owe?
£3,418.
Mr. Fernley owes the money to a customer. He sold them a car, which was returned. Mr. Fernley then didn't pay them a refund.
And it's a garage, isn't it? Button Moon Motors.
Button Moon Motors.
It's a nice little industrial estate though.
It's not bad at all. So we park just before his unit and walk up the little...
Yeah, why not? So why don't we just park here?
If Mr. Fernley can't or won't pay today, the agents can seize assets from the garage, including vehicles, to offset the debt.
Hiya mate, you alright? We're after Chris. Rate of control mate for £3,419.
Supposed to let people know when you were coming.
Yeah, we have.
Send notices.
Yeah, a letter's been sent or else we wouldn't be here, you see.
No letters coming in.
Right, okay. Well, it doesn't change the situation that we're here today. The payment has to be made. Chris are here to remove goods. Simple as that, really. Taking,
500 quid on me and that's it.
it's going to have to be more than that, mate.
We can obviously give you some time, like to raise some funds. Debit card or bank transfer would be the options. Or cash.
Small place, that's £2.5 grand this morning. If you'd have said something to me. Yeah, well, I've been paying my bills and get that.
Well, you haven't paid this bill, so that's why we're here now.
Mr. Fernley's £500 offer is not enough, so Vic sets a deadline.
We can give you 20 minutes if you want to ring around, see if someone can help you.
I don't have any best mates round here. I'm a loner.
They don't have to be around here. Someone can make a payment over the phone.
No, I don't know anybody else.
Okay.
With Mr. Fernley seemingly unable to increase his £500 offer, Stuart turns his attention to the white Astra parked outside.
What about the vehicle?
Wait, That's customers that put that for MOT this morning.
Have you? Right, okay. Have you any documentation for it?
I've done that. Looking, it's in for repair.
But Stuart is suspicious. He goes to search the car. He finds a letter from the local city council addressed to the debtor.
Customer's car, but that was in the glove box.
With his dog and paperwork in the glove box. What does he think? We just started this job yesterday.
Yeah, I think he got a mug written on the forehead. He said straight away that the car isn't his, it's a customer's, but there's a letter in there from Lancaster City Council from the 20th of the 10th, which is about 3 weeks ago. And I don't know why you'd have that in there if it was a customer's car. I mean, if it's a customer's car, you take it to MOT, you bring it back. You don't jolly around in it for 3 weeks.
The agents go to confront Mr. Fernley.
Right. There's documentation in the vehicle with your name on it, sir. Well, do you think we do this? Do you think this is the first time we do this job?
What's documentation with my name on it?
With your address?
Eh? In the glove box from Lancaster City Council with your home address on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, I'll show you, because that might be easier.
Yeah, it's got my name and address. It's glove box, Dan.
Yeah. This is the documentation there with your details on it.
Yeah.
But you said you've just taken this for an MOT. Yeah, you've just taken this to MOT.
Universal credit.
Yeah.
I had to take that into council.
Yeah.
Which I have done to prove that I got my universal credit.
Yeah.
Which is what I have done.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
can you prove this vehicle is not yours?
I don't have any documentation.
Okay, then it will go.
With no proof that the car doesn't belong to the debtor, Stuart clamps it. But then, Mr. Fernley makes a surprising offer.
I can sell a load of gold tomorrow.
Where's the gold?
Used to have an antique shop.
The case has taken an unexpected turn. But will Mr. Fernley's stash of gold be enough to cover the almost £3,500 Stuart and Vic came for? Stuart McCracken and Elmore Victor were in Carnforth, Lancashire, to recover almost £3,500 owed by a garage owner to a dissatisfied customer.
Right, let's go.
Debtor Chris Fernley said he couldn't pay.
500 quid on me and that's it.
So the agents started to look for assets.
What about the vehicle?
Wait, those customers have put that for MOT this morning.
But Stuart was suspicious.
Customer's car, but that was in the glove box.
And found evidence to the contrary.
There's documentation in the vehicle with your name on it, sir. Well, do you think we do this? Do you think this is the first time we do this job?
What's documentation with my name on it?
With
In
your
the glove
address?
box.
Stuart clamped the car. But then, Mr. Fernley surprised the agents.
I can sell a load of gold tomorrow.
Where's the gold?
Now Vic needs to assess the value of the gold to see whether it's enough to settle the debt for good.
Sovereigns. They do $2.90 a piece.
290 a piece.
Yeah.
290 a piece. So that's 300. Say 300 pounds a piece.
Yeah.
How many have you got?
1, 2, 3 there.
Can I have a look at it?
That's gold. It's 9 carat. Yeah, it's 9 carat gold. Believe me, when I go weigh that in tomorrow, I'll get 5 for that.
5 grand.
Yeah.
It seems that the value of the gold might cover the £3,400 Mr. Fernley owes. But there's a problem.
Where does that have to go?
A dealer in Kendal.
That's not
But
too
he's
far
only
from
there-
here.
No, he's only there on Friday.
It seems Mr. Fernley can't sell the gold to the dealer until the following day. The agents could seize the gold themselves, but would prefer to be paid in cash.
When we get offered gold, 9 times out of 10, most people's eyes would light up, but at the end of the day, we would rather deal in cash than deal in gold, jewellery or anything like that. because it just puts the bill up. We've got to store it for 7 days. It's then got to get sold at public auction. It might not even get the amount depending on the prices. Gold goes up and down every 5 minutes.
Unwilling to take the gold, Vic gives Mr. Fernley one last chance to pay.
Okay, well listen, we need the balance today. I'm leaving it with you. I'm leaving that sword with you.
But then, Mr. Fernley decides to call a friend to see whether he can raise some funds using his gold as collateral.
He hasn't got money, he hasn't got anything, and then he pulls a bag out with, it's on this, he pulls a bag out with a tray of gold rings in it. Bizarre, eh? What's happening? Is it cash?
Yeah.
Cash?
Cash.
Okay.
Mr. Fernley's friend has offered to pay the almost £3,500 he owes today. But he needs to leave the garage to go and collect it.
Do you know how long roughly you'll be, mate? Just so...
Be half an hour there, half an hour back. No, if you want to follow me.
We can wait here. It's not going to be long.
Let's go 10 to 12, see it back by 1 o'clock. Well, we'll see you in an hour.
Mr. Fernley has left the gold in his office as security. But with the agents not knowing its true value at auction, they decide to trust their professional instincts.
It's very hard to trust a defendant when they say, look, I'm leaving now and I'll be back shortly. Do we trust them? Do we believe them? The main worry we've got is when a defendant disappears is, how are we going to get in contact with them again? Are we going to get this matter resolved or not? How are we going to get this issue resolved if they don't come back? I'll wait here and keep warm.
90 minutes later, Mr. Fernley still hasn't returned to the garage. Vic gets him on the phone.
Mr. Fernley? Yes, are you on your way back? Well, how long are you going to be, sir? Oh, okay. Thank you. 2 minutes.
There he is. That's him. Oh. Hello, sir. Your phone's been ringing a few times, so you've got customers waiting.
The agent's gamble has paid off. Mr. Fernley has returned with enough cash to pay off his £3,500 debt in full.
So there's 3,000. It's 420 here. That's your cash receipt for you.
What's it regarding, Chris? I know.
I sold the car to
Yeah.
somebody else, not me. Nothing
right.
to do with me.
Yeah.
I was a middleman.
Yeah.
Then I did the repairs on it.
Yeah.
Then that lemon turned around and said he didn't want it.
Yeah.
And he wanted money back.
Yeah.
So these people that were selling the car lived in Spain.
Yeah.
So I ringed them up, said, you don't want it.
No.
Money back.
Yeah.
They said, well, we're not paying.
No. So you've been lumbered with it.
The case has been resolved.
Right, we'll leave you to it. Take it easy. See you later.
See you later. That's why they call us the A-team.
That's exactly right, brother. Worth the wait.
Yeah.
You Can't Pee will take it away is back same time next Wednesday. Eamon and Ruth are looking for the best ways to combat that 7-year itch. New tomorrow night at 9, and some hot, sexy roleplay seems to be one answer. Next tonight, born with a rare complication and a slim chance of survival, we hear the remarkable story of Noah, the boy with no brain.
Threats.
Slap him in the face, you know.
Mate, you've not got what it takes. Anger.
Don't, sir, don't.
Desperation.
I got no money at all.
What happens when debt
No, do you need me to lose my temper?
Tracks you down.
I know my rights. Do not touch me again.
Up and down the UK.
No, I didn't ask you to come in.
We see Britain's most resilient High Court enforcement agents.
If you can just give me today.
No. Dealing with every debtor's worst nightmare.
Don't lock us in, that would be a serious mistake.
Because if you can't pay,
This isn't my bill's paper. It's nothing to do with me.
they'll take it away. Over the first quarter of 2017, nearly 30,000 county court judgments were issued against businesses in England and Wales, a 36% rise from the previous year. The average value of business judgments during this period exceeded £2,700. High Court enforcement agents Steve Pinner and Max Caraher are in Willesden, North London.
Ah, I know where I am now. That's the way it went, you'll see the eye in a bit.
They're here to recover a debt of almost £15,000 owed by London Rental and Sales Limited to a property developer.
That's a considerable amount of money. Can you see the place? LRS, see it?
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's go.
Ready, let's go.
A county court judgment ruled against the knee, but it wasn't paid to the High Court. Now Max and Steve need to find company directors Bathsheba Apter and Daniel Moore to get the debt paid off in full today.
Can I speak to some management, please? Hello, sir. Are you the manager here?
One of the many. How can I be of service to you?
My name's Max Cowhurst, my colleague Steve Pinner. We're both enforcement agents sent here with a High Court writ. Does that ring a bell at all? Yeah. What's your name, madam? Are you Bathsheba?
Yeah.
That's you. Okay. So you're a director. There's an outstanding balance of £14,082.55.
There was a court case on Friday regarding this when I went your way. There was.
No. The date of the CCJ is the 7th of the 11th, 2016. High Court judgment date 23rd of the 1st, 2017.
There was another court case on Friday.
There was another court case.
There was supposed to be.
So what was the result?
They didn't turn up.
Company director Bathsheba Apter claims the case is being appealed. But as the latest hearing was dismissed, the writ is still active and must be enforced.
If you pay the money, the 14 days, the money is secure. That gives you 14 days to go through the system, work the system, and if it's in your favour, then that gets it resolved.
Right.
At the moment, the case is still live. There is no stay of execution. That's the problem.
Whilst the agents give Bathsheba some time to try and sort payment, Max starts an inventory of seizable assets.
When do you start nicking stuff?
We won't be nicking anything, sir. That's not how we work. We're here on behalf of the High Court.
Bathsheba has one of the other directors on the phone.
And who's this? Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Hello there.
Who's the director?
Can we just come to some agreement?
Well, I don't mind if you want to meet me.
All I need is for you to authorise the young lady here to pay the bill. It's put in our client account for 14 days, and if you're successful,
We're never going to get the money back.
But the other director, Daniel Moore, seems unwilling to make a payment. Instead, he makes a fresh claim.
Everything in that office belongs to Axmo. It does not belong to London Rentals and Sales. And if you're removing any goods, you're going to be removing my goods, and I'm Axmo Limited. And if you're doing it against the law, if you want to come and have a meeting with me when I'm there, I'm more than happy to sit down with you. We can't just go in there and fully and start taking things out of there.
While Mr. Moore maintains that all the goods and assets belong to a different company, Steve needs to see proof.
I actually need black and white paperwork to say that this is the transfer of all the goods from this company to this company.
Well, I can't just show that to you standing on 150,000 office, can I?
This is your office here, so access to
If
it.
you want to come back tomorrow, I can show you all the paperwork.
Unfortunately, we're here and we've been instructed to come today, sir. We often come across people that try and use different companies in the attempt to run away from their debts that they run up. I don't see it as frustration so much, it's more of a game for them And obviously we're there to collect on behalf of the claimant, so it's our job to try and find out the loopholes that they've fallen into.
Steve and Max have now been on the premises for almost 40 minutes, but the directors haven't made any attempt to raise the money the company owes. So Max continues his inventory.
I've been doing this a long time, I can tell when people are going to pay or they're not.
But the directors are adamant that the assets belong to another company.
Coming to something under London Rentals and Management, you're mixing up two different companies.
The law dictates that I need an original bill of sale to show where the ownership is. If you find that, that's fine.
To break the stalemate, Max looks for documents linking the assets to the debtor company.
Oh, there we go, look. Bank statements, yeah. November to December.
To be repossessed as well?
It's not to be repossessed, gaining intelligence.
And makes an important discovery.
London Rental and Sales, the balance of 140,000.
This is what we call a won't pay.
As the bank statements appear to show the company can afford to pay the debt in full, Max is forced to take action.
Okay, I'm escalating the case to the sale and disposal stage. Everything's getting unplugged. If you tell all your staff to start saving up their work.
The agent starts packing up office equipment ready for removal.
Very much. Yes.
Why do you want to put us through the hassle of taking a moving thing?
I've asked if we can get a payment and you've said no. There's plenty of office goods here, IT equipment. I'm asking you to just keep out of our way while we do a complete removal.
No, just because you want your way, I want my way.
Unfortunately, I'm here on behalf of the High Court and my way wins.
But then, Bathsheba receives another call from Mr. Moore.
Please don't lock us in, that would be a serious mistake.
She instructs a colleague to lower the shop shutters.
I just put the shutter.
Okay, stop.
With the door to the property now blocked, Max and Steve are in an unpredictable situation.
Stop.
Steve Pinner and Max Caraher were in Willesden, North London, to recover a debt of almost £15,000 from a lettings company.
We're both enforcement agents sent here with a High Court writ.
Company director Bathsheba Apter claimed the case had been put on hold
There was a court case on Friday regarding this. Why weren't you aware?
and said they wouldn't pay.
This is what we call a won't pay.
Then a fellow director claimed the goods belonged to another company.
Everything in that office belongs to Axmo. It does not belong to London Rentals and Sales.
But when Max started stacking goods ready for removal, an employee blocked the door.
Put the shutters down.
Stop.
Now the agents must make it clear that blocking them in is a criminal offence.
To obstruct us in the course of our duty is a criminal offence.
Oh, okay.
So please don't do that.
Not even this one.
Not even this.
Fully open the shutters. Fully open the shutters, please. Thank you very much.
The agents have been on the premises for 50 minutes. With no sign of payment, Max calls for a recovery firm to take the goods away.
Hi, I want to do a complete removal. Can you send contractors down as soon as possible?
Okay, no problem, I'll get that sorted.
Right, guys, all these screens are going. If you can save up your work for me, please.
But then, another man arrives.
Hello, sir. We have paperwork which allows us to be here.
Who are you, sir?
Sorry, I'm Mr. Schwaber. I'm a colleague of Mr. Moore.
You're a colleague?
Yeah.
Okay. If you get permission from the director, then I can speak to you.
Yes, can I have the paperwork for the right of entry to our property?
I have a High Court writ.
Yeah.
Of course you can see the High Court writ, yes.
So it's against LRS. Have you established that whatever you're touching is that belong to LRS?
Onus of proof isn't on ourselves.
I'm not here to fight you.
No, we're not here to fight either.
After seeing the High Court writ, Mr. Swain starts to negotiate on behalf of company director Daniel Moore.
Well, I'm suggesting that, I mean, it's a lot of money. Can he pay something now?
We've told the young lady,
Yeah.
if they pay the debt now, which is 15,000.
Yes, they haven't got 15 grand
Yes,
now.
they have.
I'm asking
They have.
what
They've
is-
got the money.
How do you know they've got the money?
Well, there was
shown
a
me the
bank
account.
statement
It's in the
on
account.
the
Oh, it's in
table.
it.
It's not.
Okay, this is a small amount of money for a company which the keys on the wall prove it's a viable property.
But company director Bathsheba still insists that the company can't afford to pay in full.
All these people are out of business.
Sure.
You don't accept the payment plan.
The reason we're not doing this is because that every move we've made, we've put up a barrier. So we feel that you're not being cooperative.
Mr. Swain takes Bathsheba to one side.
I told we got it in there. We got it out.
He's talking some sense into her. It's always key to find somebody who will half listen to start with. Then you can talk to them and hopefully they can get through to the person that's not listening to you. It's another tool that we have to use to try and get the message across.
Minutes later, Mr. Swaim is back to talk to the agents.
I'm arranging that you'll get it.
Okay. Once we get authorisation from our company, our head office, they'll get a receipt for the money that's paid.
The company has agreed to pay the £15,700 owed.
Check your bank for clear. Check your bank for clear. So it's just authorised.
Okay.
Steve calls the office to check payment has gone through.
Jenny, I'm looking for £15,714.55p. Thank you very much.
Have they paid it?
Yeah, it's gone through.
After almost 3 hours at the premises, the case is finally resolved.
Thank you very much for your time, sir. Whether it comes within 10 minutes or 5 hours, it is absolutely great when we win. They've thrown everything at us, and through all the odds, we've come out on top, collecting a sum of money owed to somebody who rightfully deserves it. Great work on that, sir. Absolutely excellent.
We tried our hardest.
A leading motoring organisation estimates that the number of UK drivers handed parking fines by private companies has more than doubled in the last 5 years. Research suggests that private parking tickets are being issued at a rate of 1 every 7 seconds, with penalty charges often reaching up to £100. ...7 a.m. High Court enforcement agents Gareth Short and Mitch Starr are in Townhill, Swansea.
You seem quite low today. I am really low. How's that then? Just whenever it's sunny, you're happy. Yeah. When you're sad, you're in the wrong country you are now.
Today, they're looking for David Williams, who owes almost £2,000 in unpaid parking fines.
On my side, I think.
The case began when Mr. Williams parked on private property without buying valid tickets.
Red windows. That's the one.
The parking company escalated the case to the High Court, and now Mr. Williams must pay the money he owes today.
Keep an eye on this window by there. David Stanley Williams, is it?
Correct. You got me.
Yeah.
What do you want?
High Court enforcement agent.
22
David.
quid, is it?
£22?
Is it 22 quid?
No, more like £1,981.
I don't know, fuck all about that one. What the fuck is that one about now?
Okay, the High Court enforcement agent.
Yeah, right.
You'd have executed a High Court writ against you over and pay parking fines.
Well, you ain't got no fucking money.
No?
No. Yeah, and how the fuck can you get blood out of this stone?
Go and get changed, mate. We'll stand here and wait for you.
No, like fuck the like.
Trying to work with you. We're trying to give you time here to get this sorted.
I have told you I've got no fucking money.
Right.
Can't work with you. Can't work with fuck all. No.
It's not about being aggressive, okay?
Thank you very much. How are you, alright? Are you Mrs. Williams?
Yeah, if I'm his wife.
Go move from where you are, love.
No point being aggressive.
What do you want me to do?
I need you to stop it.
That's not all we can do.
Stop it.
That's not all we can do.
Thank you very much.
As the agents get invited into the property, Mitch tries to calm Mr. Williams down.
Let's start again, right? Let's lower our voices. We'll stop the bad language and we'll start again from the start, right?
Don't sit down.
Mr. Williams is keen to tell the agents his side of the story.
I was told that I didn't have to pay it because it was a private company.
What's it for?
All the parking tickets.
Yeah, well, unfortunately he did get told that because it was on private property that he didn't need to pay it.
It seems that Mr. Williams had been told by friends that fines issued from private parking companies couldn't be recovered by High Court enforcement agents. Gareth sets the record straight.
They wouldn't just issue fines for the sake of it, would they?
I don't know. And if you read online, everything you read online says as well about private property.
County Court judgment and the High Court writ says different, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, we know that now.
There's a myth going around, especially on social media, that you don't need to pay private parking company fines because they can't enforce their own fines. Part of that is correct, can't enforce them, but we can. So if you are racking up your private parking company fines, just be careful because they are going to transfer to the county court and then ultimately to the High Court, and we'll be knocking your door. So we can remove assets where they can't.
The agent's visit has clearly come as a shock. But Gareth and Mitch must make Mr. Williams understand what he needs to do next.
How much are you looking for today?
We had to collect the full balance, mate. 1,900 quid.
No, I ain't got that today. But I can't remove anything from you because I will stop you.
Okay, I'll phone the police and have you for obstructing an enforcement agent doing his duties.
I will stop you, I'm telling you now.
Okay. Like we said, we're here to help you, right, David? So the last thing you want to do is start removing assets.
I got nobody I can phone. I've recently just got benefits. I've been trying to make a way for myself, and I get pissed off because I got fucking people coming after me for money all the time. And it's hard. When I didn't clear of all my debt, another one knocks the fucking door, and it pisses me off even more. I'm a doorman myself, so I don't earn great money.
It's clear Mr. Williams has hit hard times, but the agents must try and get some sort of repayment for the claimant. Gareth gives him some time to try and raise whatever he can.
Okay, so it's now 8:30. We'll give it till 22. We'll give you another 10 minutes.
You keep pushing. There's no way. Where the hell am I supposed to get the money from? I can't do nothing.
If you stop him, you're going to be locked up. You think I can stop him? Can I go past?
Yeah, no problem.
How much do you want?
£1,981, please, and 60 pence.
Realising the agents aren't going to go away, Mr. Williams gets on the phone.
I know it's nothing to do with you, but is there any chance you can lend me £2 grand and pay it back to you? No chance of that. No chance.
Said no, mate, did he?
Yeah.
So I really don't know what we can do. No, we know one of these people who say that we can't afford it, and then all of a sudden we get money. We can't afford to pay it.
No point getting upset over it. You told me to pay it, I should have paid it. I was listening to other people before you, again.
With any sort of payment looking unlikely, the agents are duty-bound to look for some assets of value.
There's nothing in here that's all I purchased, right?
We'll have a quick look upstairs then.
Look at that.
There's an edge cutter over there.
Please don't take that.
Anything I got? It's just the Arctic.
There's nothing up there, mate.
Alright, buddy, you gotta have a look, right?
It soon becomes clear that there's nothing of any value in the house.
Do you want to go and have a chat with your missus and see if you can think of anybody else?
There is nobody else.
As soon as you walk through that front door, realistically you know if this debt's going to be paid or not. Or if not, if the debt has enough assets for you to remove some of the property, I know straight away that it's potentially not going to get paid. So we have got a heart. We just want to work with them really and try and get the debt paid off on their terms, but also terms that the client are happy with.
The agents are running out of options.
What are you thinking? Just wasting time, right? Do you agree? Wasting time?
Yeah.
Gareth decides to throw Mr. Williams a lifeline.
It's not very often we do this, right? But we'll ask you for £1,000 in 7 days and a remaining balance in 28. So it's £1,000 in 7 days and £900 21 days after that.
Some months.
Got a month to get £1,900.
Right.
What do you think about that?
We can give it a go.
Give it a go.
That's all we can do.
Mr. Williams agrees to pay £1,000 in a week's time and then pay the remaining balance in instalments.
All right then. Do your best. All right then. Take care, both.
Well.
Ta-ra.
Thank you. Right.
Ta-ra.
It's been a difficult case for the agents.
There was no money inside the house. He was on poor wages, but it looks like he's just been a doorman, so it was impossible to get any kind of result there. But any kind of positive result, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's nothing we could do anyway, was there?
No.
Gareth and Mitch faced an almost impossible situation. But in Paul and Max's next case...
How long do I have? You have an hour to vacate the property.
A simple eviction...
I understand that this is probably the worst day of your life.
...leaves a family in crisis.
I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Latest government figure, nearly 9,000 households in England and Wales were evicted from their homes during the first quarter of 2017. The number has risen by more than a quarter in the last 7 years, and last year more than 130,000 landlords applied to courts to get their properties back. High Court enforcement agents Paul Bowhill and Max Caraher are in Barking, East London, to carry out an eviction.
What are we doing today?
We have a writ of possession for a Mr. Mohammed Abdullah.
Mr. Abdullah has been renting a flat for 6 years with his wife and 2 children. But when his tenancy came to an end, his landlord decided not to renew his lease.
It's a flat.
On the top floor, I suppose.
Notice of eviction was sent by the county court, but was ignored. So the case was escalated to the High Court, and now the tenants must leave today.
We're High Court enforcement agents. We have a repossession order for this property.
My husband is not at home, so I can't actually open the door.
Do you want to ring your husband? Are you still there?
My husband is coming.
The agents have the right to force entry, but they decide to wait for her husband to arrive.
I think the shock of having your home repossessed must be only next to the death of an immediate relative. It's absolutely devastating to have the home and the circumstances that you have known to be suddenly taken away from you, which of course is what happens when we turn up.
5 minutes later, Mr. Abdullah arrives.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing, mate? Mr. Abdullah?
Yeah.
My name is Paul Bowhill.
Apple.
I'm a High Court enforcement agent. This is
Max Caraher.
We have a High Court writ here.
It's,
It instructs us to repossess the property today. Were you aware of this?
Yeah, I am aware of it. And
what is it, rent arrears or it's the end of the tenancy?
No, he's selling the property.
All right.
How long do I have?
You have an hour to vacate the property.
If you can just give me today.
No, it's got to be now. But all you need to do is to take what you're likely to need for 24 hours. The landlord is obliged to let you back into the property so that you can get your personal possessions out and then get down to the council as quickly as you can. So what I'd like you to do is, if you open the door, explain it to your wife,
She is scared.
She's scared. I know
Don't
she is.
worry, I will.
Can I?
Yeah, of course.
I understand that this is probably the worst day of your life, which is why we asked her to call you, and which is why we've stood down until you've got here.
Thank you. Come on in. Let me take you. Sorry.
Mr. Abdullah needs to reassure his wife before letting the agents into the flat.
Money. অসুবিধা নেই, খুলো। আমি বলতেছি খুলো, ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, খুলো। ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, তুমি গেটটা খুলো। এটা হচ্ছে কি ওই যে বাড়িওয়ালার থেকে আসছে, অসুবিধা নাই। এটার জন্য আমি ওয়েট করতেছিলাম, খুলো। চলো, ডোন্ট ওয়ারি, কাম অন প্লিজ।
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, but what?
That's the. Don't worry. You calm down, okay? Don't worry. That's
Okay.
fine. Don't worry.
Okay.
So, I have to take all this, and I need at least 2 hours so that like I put everything in the back.
We can't allow 2 hours. You only have an hour.
Okay.
I'll start on that if that's all right.
Yeah. My colleague's going to change the lock, so he'll start on doing that. Please don't forget anything. Make sure you've got everything you're likely to need. Okay.
Thank you.
While Max changes the locks, Paul wants to find out more about how the family got themselves into this situation.
If I can just clarify what's happened is you've lived here for 6 years, but the landlord now wants to sell the property, which is fair enough, obviously.
Everything started when my wife was pregnant, heavily pregnant.
Yeah.
But suddenly he told me one day that he's selling the property. I said, okay, fine.
Have you looked at any rented property?
I did, because I got multiple health issues. I lost my job, and I couldn't afford the deposit because, as you know, like £600 just the fees for these.
For the agent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a glaucoma, cataract, and uveitis, and the sleep apnea.
You're a complete write-off, really. Okay, but you actually work now. You're still working.
Yes, I'm self-employed. Try to make a living as much as I
Okay.
can.
Have you made any approaches to the council yet?
They said like until you come, they can't help us with the accommodation and stuff.
Right. So, you've had no problems with the landlord, I take it. You've paid your rent on time. When you got the first notice of the eviction order, you took that down to the council? Yes.
Yeah, they told me like unless they receive the letter you just gave me,
Yeah.
they can't help me at all. I told them my circumstances. I got a 5-month-old son,
Yes.
5-year-old daughter,
Yeah.
and I got multiple health issues. But still, they said like no, we can't help you unless you come in and take over.
It seems that the council told Mr. Abdullah he couldn't be rehoused before the family were evicted and became officially homeless.
My point was like, if you knew that I'm going through this thing, so why not help me when
Okay.
I was in a position not to upset anyone? I could have like moved my stuff and no one had to go through all this.
The only explanation they can possibly give is they've got pressure on the housing stock. They don't know which way to turn because they've got more people needing houses than they've ever got houses to give them, right? But this question of saying don't move out till the bailiffs come, it creates a pressure point which is here today. I'm just sorry that it's come to this. I think it's terrible. If we do 4 evictions in a day, we get exactly the same readout 4 times. They're always told to wait. If they leave the property before the bailiff is there, they will have made themselves intentionally homeless and they won't be rehoused. So it's an absolute catch-22.
The agents have been in the house for almost 20 minutes when a family member turns up to help.
Hello, are you okay?
About
Are you
saw you in
family?
February, I think.
You're on family. Your family, are you?
Yeah, my
Oh,
cousin.
please, yeah, I'm Paul.
But the situation is taking its toll, and Mr. Abdullah wants to explain more about the impact the eviction could have on his family.
I feel really stressed out. I don't know where they're gonna put me or where they're gonna give me temporary accommodation. My daughter's school is here. I'm a self-employed, so I got my customers, and most of my customers are based here, and my hospitals are here. So I don't know what's gonna happen to me. And It's difficult. It's difficult. It's really, really difficult.
The family's time to pack their essentials and leave is up.
Take care.
Thank you.
Be good.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
That's all right.
Now homeless, the family will have to apply to the council to provide emergency accommodation.
Take care.
As Max finishes installing the new locks, the landlord arrives to take possession of the property.
That's all right, no problem. It's all done. All the locks are changed. There you go, guys. So this is sold, is it? You just need.
Well, just really, yeah. I mean, it was sold.
It soon becomes clear that having had to wait for 7 months to get his property back, it's been a difficult time.
We started trying to go through the process in June, and I said to him that this is the situation. Sold. Served him notice on October the 3rd.
Yep.
Said to him, look, don't pay rent for 2 months, because we never took a deposit. So I said, don't pay rent for 2 months. It gives you enough time to build some money up, deposit, etc.
With the flat now back in the possession of the landlord, the eviction is complete.
If you look at that as a pretty stock example, really, isn't it? Genuine people, circumstances exacerbated, sadly, by the council's policy not to give them a new property until the bailiffs turn up with the repossession order. He's lived there for 6 years. I feel really sorry for him. Seems an absolutely genuine bloke. Then you see the other half, that the landlord comes in and he was getting so stressed because this was taking so long. I feel really sorry for that. Yeah. So you've got both sides of the story.
Recent research has shown that over a third of the UK's small and medium-sized businesses are struggling with late payments. Nearly 1 in 5 businesses affected by overdue payments report that being owed between £20,000 and £50,000 would be enough to drive them into bankruptcy. High Court enforcement agents Gareth Short and Mitch Starr are in Bryn Mawr, South Wales. They're here to collect a large debt of just over £12,000 owed to a utility company for an unpaid electricity bill.
On the way to see Kaylee Cartwright. Owes £12,000. 12 grand's worth of electric's a lot, isn't it?
The agents have been given a home address and another for a commercial property.
That's what we're looking for, but fantastic. Sunbed shop makes sense, electric. Electric, to have a lot of electric, wouldn't it? There we are.
Knowing there might be goods to seize here, the agents visit this address first, in the hope that the threat of removing business assets might prompt a swift payment.
I've got Kaylee Cartwright, please. You able to get on the phone for her?
I can try and get on to my neck 50 then. You're going to have to get up here, David. There's something to do with Kaylee.
Is Kaylee able to phone you?
It's my neck.
Brilliant, thank you. Hello?
Hi mate, alright?
Alright, David, is it?
Yeah.
David, looking for Kaylee,
Any chance you
could turn
I'm on my way over. Can I leave my salon if there's nothing to do with me?
No, not at all, no. We won't be leaving the salon, no. I suggest you get Kaylee up here, mate, to deal with it. We won't be leaving the salon, no.
Alright, I'm on my way over.
The receptionist's nephew, David, claims that he now owns the shop. And just minutes later, he arrives.
I'm going to go nice, David.
Hi, mate. You're David, you?
Yeah.
Hey, mate, alright?
How's it going?
Looking for Kaylee, we are, buddy.
Nothing to do with me, so I don't want to go.
Yeah, we don't want to leave
Can I
this.
tell you my lease that I own this property and you can leave then, yeah?
No, we'll do a thorough search of the property.
Yeah, that's fine. Come on. Do your thorough search.
The agent's notes say clearly that Kaylee is linked to this address. Suspicious of the man's claims, they investigate further.
So why is Kaylee giving this address then, mate?
Kaylee used to own this address before.
Is she any relation to yourself, mate, or? No, no ex-partner, nothing like that?
Ex-partner maybe, years ago.
How long ago, mate?
Nothing to do with me, to do with parce que there's a lease don't see it.
The lease for the premises is in David's name, but it doesn't prove that Kaylee doesn't still own the business and its assets. Gareth turns detective.
Gotta warn you now, as soon as I find one letter with Kaylee's name on it, mate, I will be enforcing the writ here, yeah?
If there is any documentation, there's letters that have been sent here that I couldn't pass on to police.
And he quickly finds something.
It's a contract here for the utility warehouse. When was the last time you saw that, mate? Seemed very cagey, there's some information about it, mate.
Yeah, private though.
Okay. It's just funny you're confused why you still got letters from it.
The pile of letters are all addressed to Kaylee. But then Gareth finds a court document relating directly to the debt they are here to enforce.
Come on now, mate. Where's the original judgment for claimant on the floor over there for Kaylee? Right by there. Right by there.
So Kaylee doesn't even know anything about it.
So why's it been opened then?
I didn't open it. I don't know.
So who has opened it and thrown it on the floor over there? You obviously opened it.
Anyone.
You obviously opened it and put it there for Kaylee. We wasn't born yesterday, right?
With evidence to suggest that Kaylee has been trading from the premises, the agents have the right to remove goods belonging to her to offset the debt. But David still insists that the business and its assets belong to him.
Do you want to show you what the summit belongs to?
Yes, please. And also the computer, the desks and everything, mate.
Do you have receipts for every single asset within the side of the building?
Yes.
David shows Mitch an inventory on his computer he thinks proves that he owns all the equipment in the salon.
Where can you show me all the individual sunbeds on here, mate? So we're looking for make and models for each sunbeds, chairs, computer system.
That means nothing to us, mate.
Nothing to you, it doesn't mean.
It might do to you. It wouldn't to the courts either.
The inventory is just a general list of equipment without specific make and model numbers, and it's not proof of ownership.
Start taking this inventory, buddy.
So Mitch starts listing assets for removal. But then David produces another document.
What is it you found?
Invoice.
The invoice.
The sunbeds.
Mitch goes to check it out and immediately spots similarities with the previous inventory.
You've just changed that, mate. It's exactly the same document you just showed me. So all of a sudden changed to 6 sunbeds, optional X series.
Mate, we wasn't born yesterday.
The document looks almost the same as the first inventory David produced, only this time it has the specific make and model numbers they were looking for.
Both exactly the same invoices.
Exactly the same invoices.
Yeah, but there's a couple of details changed that we wasn't happy with downstairs.
Gareth compares the two documents closely.
So look at this then.
So it says sunbeds.
17th of 12th, 2000.
Sunbeds are in this property?
This is funny. Same date on both invoices, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means they
Give me the last 4 reference that number. 6652.
6652, same reference.
Yeah. Give me the end balance, bud. 75,168.
Correct.
Whoa. Something's not right here, mate.
The agents are suspicious that David may have altered the first invoice he showed them, adding in extra details to confirm his ownership of the goods.
I do believe you changed it.
Right. You can believe in ghosts. It doesn't mean it's
somebody's changed this, whether you did or those ghosts you're on about, has changed this invoice. So I'm guessing it's you.
The case has taken an unexpected turn. It will take all of the agents' investigative skills to get to the bottom of this situation. Gareth Short and Mitch Starr were in Bryn Mawr, South Wales, to recover a debt of £12,000 owed by Kaylee Cartwright for an unpaid electricity bill.
Look for Kaylee Cartwright, please.
Yes.
The writ listed the address as a tanning salon, but a man called David claimed to be the new owner and said Kaylee was no longer involved with the business.
So why is Kaylee giving this address out, mate?
Kaylee used to own this address before.
But the agents found evidence suggesting that Ms. Cartwright has been trading from the salon.
Where's the original judgment for claimant on the floor over there for Kaylee? Right by there.
And threatened to remove assets if the debt wasn't paid.
Do you have receipts for every single asset within the side of the building?
Then David said he owns all the goods on site.
you want to show you who somebody belong to?
Yes, please.
But the agents weren't happy with his documentation.
I do believe you changed it.
Right. You can believe in ghosts. It doesn't mean it's
Somebody's changed this, whether you did or those ghosts you're on about, has changed this invoice. So I'm guessing it's you.
Now, with no proof that David is the rightful owner of the goods in the salon, Gareth turns up the pressure.
You either get hold of Kaylee, or these asses can be removed, right? Have we got a number then?
I got no number for that.
Go on then.
Gareth tries the number David has given him for Kaylee.
Calls are not currently being connected.
But then he spots something on David's phone.
You still got on in your phone as Princess. Surely if you wasn't with her, you'd be changing that from Princess to Kaylee. You got a daughter together, have you?
It's clear that David and the debtor, Kaylee, are more closely connected than he initially let on. The pressure seems to be getting too much.
I didn't leave.
You carry on.
With David now gone, and with no proof that the goods don't belong to Kaylee, Gareth and Mitch could start the recovery process. But as this would incur extra fees, Gareth has a plan B.
Go up to a home address now. See, you rather pay us now, love, or we're going to go back down the shop and take everything. Something can be paid on this one. Definitely.
The agents now head to the residential address they have for Kaylee.
12 minutes a week.
If she doesn't pay up, they'll return to the salon to take all the assets they've earmarked for removal. But as they arrive, they spot a work van parked outside.
Smart, tanning, muscle, tanning.
The agents now suspect that someone involved with the tanning business has driven straight round to see Kaylee.
Kaylee, is there? Hey, Kaylee, all right?
There's no sign of anyone from the tanning shop, but Kaylee immediately makes a surprising offer.
I've got the money here if you need it.
You're going to pay in full, are you?
Apparently so.
Do you know how much the balance is?
What was it?
£12,007.69.
She starts pulling out pre-packed bags of cash from a waste paper bin.
Wish I had been the money in the house again.
It's not even mine.
Is it going to be all in cash or?
Apparently so.
Though she claims the debt is nothing to do with her, Kaylee produces the full balance of just over £12,000.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Is it okay if I sit down to count that?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
Is it unpaid electric bills?
I think so. This isn't my money, this isn't my bill to pay for. It's nothing to do with me. It was in my name. It's not my...
Is it David's, is it?
I don't care.
No?
I literally, it's nothing to do with me. I don't care. It was just the end of this. No.
Yeah, it's done now. Done. In front of you, yeah, Kale? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 7. Yeah, you happy with that? Perfect.
As Kaylee has now paid off the debt in full, the case is resolved.
Right, thanks for being decent, we appreciate that.
Thank you, Kaylee.
Take care. Ta-ra.
But Kaylee's connection to the salon and where the money has come from remains a mystery.
Ka-ching! Can't complain about that, mate. Turned up, didn't think we'd get a result. Walking out with a bag full of money and a pocket full of money.
Happy days.
You better go to the bank.
Just cash it.
Tomorrow at 9, Rich House Poor House returns for a new series with 2 new families ready to swap lives and budgets. Coming up next, looking back on a case that tore a family apart, Becky Watts killed for kicks.